Well, here we are live once again. Welcome to Friday Night Tech Talk, folks. Glad to have you with us. And let's see, Brian was in here, 25 minutes ago. So Brian's here, and Ruthie just came in just a couple of minutes before I started. Always happy to have you too. So very glad you're here. Let's see, who else is new? Ruthie says, I like Ruthie's first comment. She said, best 2 days of the week, Fridays and Friday Night Tech Talk and Sundays. The kids and granddaughter know that is not available during Friday Night Tech Talk. That is so nice. And Ruthie says, I am so pumped. You now the MacBook Air M1 crazy. Good sales going on right now. Bought one. Yeah, I bought my MacBook Air M1 about 6 months ago. I got it refurbished though. And Eleanor's popped in. So got our favorites and our regulars popping in here. So very glad about that. And glad you're here, Eleanor. So we got Brian, Ruthie, and Eleanor. Anybody else that's new, please say something in the comments. And if you're new, let us know where you're from. And here's Annette. Boy, I got all you very faithful ones in here. Hey, and I'm glad to have you. So if you're new, like I said, type something in the comments. Let us know where you're from. And if you are new, we do this every week. We talk about the tech stories from last Friday to this Friday. So a week's worth of tech stories. I pick out usually about 6 articles, and we talk about them. And I pick out what I think might be interesting to a tech head like me, and obviously you guys are somewhat techies too. But I always try to cover what's the big deal of the week. And this week we did have a couple of big deal things. So I'll show you my website where you can follow along in the show notes. And I put those on my website every week. So let's show you that. Share screen. Okay, so show notes. If you go to mobilegeezer.wordpress.com, if you click on today's date, you'll get just the show notes for tonight's show. And as always, while we're here, I'll give you guys a little preview. So when we have a big story of the week or a big presentation, I try to start off with one minor, lesser story, let's say. And then I go to the big one, trying to give people a chance to get in. So the lesser story that I found this week, which kind of surprised me, no more Redbox disc rentals. So they are going out of business, or I guess they are out of business. So I found that story on The Verge, and that's a little story. But if you rent red boxes, I guess you're not going to be renting them anymore. So we'll take a look at that. And then, of course, the big story of the week, we had Galaxy Unpacked on Wednesday, and they showed off all their new products. So I just said Galaxy Unpacked Summit 2024, all products announcement, and I found that story on ZDNet. So we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at all the stories. All the products, that got announced. And the other kind of big deal coming up next Tuesday and Wednesday is Prime Days. So I said Prime Days, July 16th and 17th, but you can shop now. Pretty much you can get, all you Prime members, the sales are there right now. So at least the early ones. Yeah, Ruthie said one ring to rule them all. Yes, that's true. Looks like Samsung's Ring is going to be a hit. I think it's going to be a hit because there's no subscription fee, thank goodness. Okay, on with the stories. The next one, Apple finally reversed themselves. Apple's reversal approves Epic Marketplace app to be added to iOS in the EU. Found that on Phone Arena. So it looks like their ongoing argument might finally be over, at least in the EU, probably not in the US. But Apple's trying to please the EU, and I think they probably should, or they're going to end up losing a lot of money. After that, EU again. Meta facing possible big fines for non-compliance with the EU's Digital Markets Act. So, like I said, it's possible fines. So it's not fines yet. That I found that on CNBC. And then for the last story of the night, Elon delays robo-taxi announcement event, and I found that on Gizmodo, and it's kind of a big deal because Elon was promising that they were going to have the robo-taxi announcement in August. Well, that's not going to happen, so we will get to that. And I'm an Elon fan, but Elon does seem to overpromise very, very often. And if you notice, I'm an Elon fan, but I don't own any Teslas, so I guess I'm not that big of a fan. Okay. And nothing else new in the comments, so we'll go to our first story, which is Redbox. No more Redbox disc rentals. Let's head over to The Verge. Redbox's disc rentals are over. Redbox's parent company will shut down operations and try to sell off assets like those distinctive disc rental kiosks, these. And that was by Jay Peters, and that was from 2 days ago. So let's drop this into reader view and get rid of some of these ads. This is just a short one. A judge overseeing Redbox owner Chicken Soup for the Soul's Entertainment, that's the name of the parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, overlooking for Chicken Soup for the Soul's Entertainment's bankruptcy case, granted a request Wednesday to convert it from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7 bankruptcy, meaning I guess they're gone for good. Chapter 11 means you're probably going to restructure and come back. So it looks like they're not going to be back. According to Lopez's Janko Rotgers, I guess, in the Wall Street Journal. The company's lawyers said Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment will lay off its remaining 1,000 employees, always feel bad for the families, and liquidate the businesses, including streaming operations and the 24,000 or so disc kiosks that have rented out DVDs, Blu-rays, and video games for years. Yeah, I haven't rented one for years, but I still see them in a Walmart. I guess we won't be seeing them anymore. According to Rutgers, Judge Thomas Horan said, there is no means to continue to pay employees, pay any bills, otherwise finance this case. It's hopelessly insolvent. Given the fact that there may also be at least a possibility of misappropriation of funds, so who knows, maybe somebody will go to jail, that were held in trust. So I guess they were supposed to be holding this money for their employees, and maybe not. There is more than ample reason why this case should be converted from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7. In addition to operating Redbox, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment also manages brands like Crackle and Screen Media. Note that Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment is a part of Chicken Soup for the Soul LLC. The broader company isn't a part of this bankruptcy case, according to the Wall Street Journal. So it's just the part that runs Redbox, I guess, that's in bankruptcy. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment didn't immediately reply to a request for comments. Rutgers has been covering Redbox and its parent company's recent troubles for The Verge, including a missed, get this, multi-million-dollar payment owed to NBC Universal, the original bankruptcy filing, and Chicken Soup failing to make payroll, and I guess that's where that other one came from, for Redbox employees. So don't be surprised if somebody ends up going to jail for misappropriation of funds. Anyway, so that was my first short story, and like I said, if you rent Redbox, I guess those days are over. So let's get out of here. Okay, and that I have to go to E-Waste event Saturday. You will catch the replay. Okay, glad you popped in, Annette. Always very happy. And I know you always watch the replay. I very much appreciate that. All right, let's get on to our next story. This is the big story of the week. Galaxy Unpacked Summer 2024. all product announcements. So we'll head over to ZDNet. Every product Samsung unveiled at Unpacked July 2024. Galaxy Z Fold 6, Watch Ultra, Ring, more. At Unpacked yesterday, Samsung unveiled several new products, including 2 foldable phones, smartwatches, earbuds, and a smart ring that competes with Aura. Written by Kyle Kucharski. Kucharski. And this was written yesterday. So let's drop this into review. As you can see, most of the stuff that was announced here. Samsung just held its Galaxy Unpacked event, unveiling a host of exciting new wearables and 2 new smartphones available as soon as later this month. As expected, artificial intelligence took center stage, and Samsung's Galaxy AI ushered in new features across the devices. Of course, they're still pushing AI big time. Samsung's 2 new flagship foldable smartphones are the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the Galaxy Z Flip 6. Updated versions of last year's models that feature larger screens, better batteries, stronger cameras, and a big jump up in durability, all while weighing less. That's pretty good. In the wearable department, Samsung announced 2 new smartwatches. I'm picking up one of them, not the expensive one. The Galaxy Watch 7, that's the one I'll be getting. An upgrade to last year's version, and the first of its kind, the Galaxy Watch Ultra. And we know who that's going to be up against. A high-end wearable device designed to compete against other premium wearables, Apple, but with a host of integrated features that will work with other Samsung devices. Samsung also announced the Galaxy Ring, and a lot of people seem to be kind of excited about that, including Ruthie, I think, and here's Brian saying the ring looks interesting. I'm not a big fan of the new earbuds design. Well, yeah, they're copying Apple again. No surprise there. And it's very, very obvious this time. And that's the Galaxy Ring, a wearable pack with biometrics with no subscription fee. That's the big deal, no subscription fee, because all the other fairly successful rings, all a subscription. And the new Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, a premium set of earbuds for the Samsung ecosystem. If this is information overload, we've got you covered with the highlights below. Yeah, Ruthie says it looks interesting to her too. Okay, I'm going to go one at a time here. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Back in April, ZDNet's Kerry Wan covered details about the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6, expressing careful optimism about Samsung's latest foldable flagship, while admitting that it has some ways to go to catch up with competitors. Yeah, I still have. Oh, I guess I'll show you guys real quick. Let me stop screen for a second here. I'm having this is my work day, and I'm having a OnePlus day because I had my OnePlus open as my main phone today. And my backup phone was my OnePlus 12 and wearing my OnePlus Watch 2. So I'm having very much a OnePlus day. And for me, the OnePlus Open is still the foldable to beat. All right, let me go back to presentation. Well, the new Fold 6 is thinner, lighter, and more durable than last year's model, while featuring an updated processor, a slightly better camera, and a host of new AI-related software features, not to mention some slick new colors. Here are the highlights. New Fold 6 weighs just 239 grams, down from last year's 253, so that's good, while featuring an enhanced aluminum frame with 10% improved scratch resistance. That's very good. Z Fold 6 will, of course, get this 1900, that's up 100, for the 12 gigabyte RAM 256 configuration. Fold 6 comes equipped with the updated Snapdragon 8 Generation 3 mobile processor which Samsung says will contribute to faster performance and more efficient battery life. It has a slightly better camera than its predecessor, with a new 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens coming from the main triple lens on the rear. The Z Fold 6 is AI ready with Samsung's latest Galaxy AI features, including Circle to Search, the ability to translate and transcribe PDF documents, generative AI based off people or objects in photos you snap, and a potentially handy sketch to image feature that turns quick sketches into a high quality image. That sounds kind of promising. I'm not getting this, but that sounds pretty cool. The interpreter feature displays translations in real time with the ability to fold the phone. Yeah, they showed that off, and display transcriptions on the screen facing the person you're talking to. So just to kind of give you, while you're talking to somebody, you could have the translation on one screen and see them talking back to you on the other screen. So that was kind of cool to see. The Fold 6 features some upgraded gaming capabilities with a larger vapor chamber for more efficient cooling, along with support for ray tracing on the 2600 nit display. I have to admit, mobile games definitely take on a new dimension with the 7.6-inch unfolded display. That's good. The new IP48 ingress protection, that's what IP stands for. A rating means that the handset is protected against dust and dirt particles over 1 millimeter inside. That is great. And it's technically the first foldable to receive this kind of dust-proof rating. Good for them. Regarding water resistance, the Fold 6 can survive submerged in up to 10 feet of water without damage, which is pretty good on a foldable. Increased durability with its dual rail hinge design, which Samsung says greatly improves its shock distribution. Additionally, the folding edge has enhanced resistance to pressure and sharp objects. The Fold 6 comes in 3 new attention-grabbing colors, pink, navy, and silver shadow, plus 2 online exclusive colors, white and crafted black. So those are the 2. If you order those, you're probably going to be waiting a while since they're exclusive. That's what happens. I've ordered exclusives from Samsung before, and you always end up waiting a week or 2 longer. Oh, and one of the reasons I'm not picking up that, of course, $1,900 is the main reason, but I still think the OnePlus Open is the best folding phone out there. And remember, that was my phone of the year for last year. So, Galaxy Z Flip 6. The Z Flip 6 is the smaller sibling to the flagship Fold 6 smartphone, featuring a clamshell form factor and simplified hardware specs, and a more approachable price of $10.99, about half the cost of the Fold 6. This year's version of the Z Flip 6 will go up to 12 gigabytes of RAM from last year's 8, and feature an upgraded 50-megapixel main camera and improved durability with the same IP48 rating as the Z Fold 6. That's very good. Here are some other highlights. Features an upgraded Snapdragon 8 Generation 3 mobile processor. The external display or flex window has been enhanced with suggested replies from the on-device AI. I guess that's pretty cool. A feature Samsung says will provide one-handed contextual responses. The flex window has been expanded to allow widgets, while AI-powered wallpaper on the display changes in real time based on the time of day and location. So I guess that's very cool to look at. The camera has been upgraded with new 50 megapixel wide and 12 megapixel ultra wide sensors with AI zoom up to 10 times. The Galaxy Z Flip 6 weighs just 187 grams, 6.6 ounces, and will come in silver shadow. Sounds like, reminds me of the Silver Surfer. Silver shadow, yellow, blue, mint, and 3 online exclusive colors, crafted black, white, and peach. So, Watch 7. Now, this is the one I'm going to pick up. I'm not going to be picking up that expensive Ultra. Samsung, and this is probably the only thing from this presentation that I'm going to get, because I have the Galaxy Watch 5. I skipped the 6. I figured it's time for me to upgrade. And I can trade my Watch 5 Pro and basically pay nothing for the Watch 7. So Samsung is stepping up its wearable game with the new Galaxy Watch 7 and Galaxy Watch Ultra, its first premium tier smartwatch. The new watches come with several new health tracking features, including exercise and movement levels, sleep quality tracking, and AI functionality that tracks stress levels and diet. And just in case any of you don't know, one of the reasons I don't go for the high-end watches, the really expensive ones, because they always come with these high-end health tracking things. Well, because of my exercise levels, my health is always pretty much perfect. Now, I can't say pretty much. My health is always perfect. So it'd be a waste of money for me. So that's one reason I don't look to be spending that kind of money. And this one is expensive. Along with the usual host of functional biometrics surrounding sleep, diet, fitness, and energy levels, the watches feature FDA-authorized sleep apnea detection, the first of its kind, as well as real-time heart rate monitoring and Samsung Galaxy Ring synergies. That's got to be pretty cool for those who are into the Ring. The Galaxy Watch 7 and Galaxy Watch Ultra are both available for pre-order starting today, so this was 2 days ago, with general availability on July 24th. Yeah, and pretty much everything should be arriving on July 24th, including my watch. Okay, Galaxy Watch Ultra. The Galaxy Watch Ultra is available in one size, 47 millimeter, and comes in 3 colors: titanium gray, titanium white, titanium silver, and retails for $700 really, $699. Samsung claims the Galaxy Watch Ultra features a vastly improved battery, up to 100 hours while in power saving mode and 48 hours in exercise. That's pretty good. So you should get at least 2 days, even if you're in exercise mode. The watch can track blood pressure with real-time monitoring and includes an electrocardiogram and advanced glycation end products, AGEs. I had never heard that phrase before. It houses a dual frequency GPS system that uses 2 satellites for ultra-precise location update. That should be very precise. The Galaxy Watch Ultra supports new double pinch gestures that connect with the Samsung smartphone or Galaxy Ring to perform various functions. It's nice that they all work together so well. It supports both 4G and Bluetooth connectivity and features the same sapphire and 3D glass as the base version, but with titanium casing. Yeah, that'll make it more expensive. The emergency siren feature can sound off in case the wearer is in danger with a single click. That's good. The Galaxy Watch Ultra features improved water resistance with a 10 ATM rating. Both the Watch 7 and Ultra have Super AMOLED displays and come with 2 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigabytes of storage. That's good. Double the storage of the Galaxy Watch 6. So Galaxy Watch 7, this one's for me, of course, is available in 2 sizes, 40 millimeter and 44 millimeter, and starts at $299. I was going to get the 44 millimeter, but it looks like that wasn't available, so I went for the 40. It's, smallish, but I'll still like it, and I'm sure, and you guys should know, over the years that I've had Galaxy watches, they have always been my favorite, even over my Apple Watch. So just letting you know. The Watch 7 includes an improved 3-nanometer processor, as well as an enhanced bioactive sensor that Samsung says will increase the accuracy of biometric readings. That's good. The new AI-powered sleep algorithm is the first of its kind to be FDA authorized to recognize signs of sleep apnea, which I don't have, as well as providing a host of valuable sleep metrics. I don't wear a watch when I sleep, but it's great for those who do. The Watch 7 allows you to build your own workout routines. This, I'm looking forward to see how this works. And track more than 100 exercises with the new workout routine and race apps. These apps are designed to allow wearers to compete against themselves. That's exactly what I don't compete against anybody but me ever, by comparing past performance records to current metrics in real time. That's good. The 40 millimeter watch band is available in green and cream, while the 44 millimeter watch band is available in green and silver. I think I got the green. Okay, Galaxy Ring. Here you go, Brian and Ruthie. Samsung is officially in the smart ring business, and now with the introduction of its Galaxy Ring, a wearable fitness and biometric tracker designed for 24/7 health monitoring. Perhaps the most noteworthy thing about the Ring right off the bat, however, is that it doesn't require a subscription. Yes, absolutely. Something that almost every other big name smart ring in the market now has. Let's see. Ruthie said, had an old school Galaxy watch and it worked better and had more features than an Apple Watch. Even now, that it's old school, solid watch. Yeah. I had the Galaxy Watch 3, 4. Now I've got the 5 Pro and I just ordered the 7 and I'll be trading in the 5 Pro. And Eleanor has the 4. So they've always been my favorite watches since they came out or since I started wearing them. ZDNet's Prakhar Khanna wrote about the Galaxy Ring earlier this month before its debut, saying there were 3 main things he wanted to see in the device to make it worth buying. An app that allows you to locate the ring if it gets lost, a charging case over a charging puck, and yeah, case is always better than a puck, I agree, and no subscription fee. Well, Samsung must have been listening because all 3 wishes have been granted, so he should be pretty happy. Here's the breakdown of the biggest features. Galaxy Ring weighs 2.3 to 3 grams depending on the size and features 10 ATM water resistance. That's great. The Galaxy Ring continuously syncs with the Samsung Health app for real-time updates. Yeah, that's very important. The Ring features a concave design and titanium grade 5 finish and is available in 3 colors: titanium black, silver, and gold. The Ring comes with sizing kits, that's good, that help the wearer fine-tune the right size ring from 9 options. That is good. The Ring integrates with the Samsung Health app where all the metrics are stored and tracked. Access to this app doesn't require a subscription. It also pairs with the Galaxy Watch Ultra and Galaxy Watch 7 for additional accuracy across the 2 devices. That's good. Galaxy AI in the Ring generates a comprehensive energy score based on your activity level, sleep quality, and other health metrics, with the idea of providing insights through a series of health tips and motivational messages. If I, had the money to spend on it, I would probably get that too. And Ruthie says no subscription is a win. Yeah, that's a very big win. I agree. The Ring's AI-powered algorithm powers its sleep tracking mode, recording insights such as movement during sleep, sleep latency, respiratory rate, and heart rate, all available each night in the app as a comprehensive sleep score. That's really good. Samsung Find allows you to locate the Ring if you misplace it in your bed sheets or elsewhere. That's great. Double pinch gestures with the Ring equipped can activate certain actions on a Galaxy smartphone, such as snapping a photo or turning off an alarm. That is cool. Okay. Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Now, of course, they announced the 3 and 3 Pro. Last but certainly not least, Samsung unveiled its next generation earbuds. And at some point, I'll probably end up getting one of these, probably the Pro, because my favorite earbuds to wear are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and I'm wearing right now the regular Galaxy Buds 2. So those are my favorites. Although I have to say, my latest OnePlus Plus earbuds 3, I really like them a lot, and they're very close to becoming just as favored with me. Okay, the new earbuds have several AI-powered features that go beyond music playback, such as translation mode, voice commands, two-way speakers, and adaptive ANC, and come in a canal type with Buds 3 Pro and open ear style with the Buds 3. So you can get canal type with Pro and open ear type with 3. Here are the highlights. Buds 3 starts at $179, while a Buds 3 Pro starts at $249. I'll be setting up to get that up, probably. They're available for pre-order starting today and generally available July 24th. The Galaxy Buds are available in 2 colors, silver and white. The interpreter setting leverages AI to translate foreign language dialogue in real time. Now, whenever I get around to getting them, I can test those because Eleanor is fluent in German. The Galaxy Buds adapt to their surroundings automatically, adapting volume and noise cancellation settings based on what kind of ambient noise they pick up. The super wideband feature allows the earbuds to leverage machine learning to isolate and restore the quality of voice audio on calls by removing ambient noise and background sounds. That's great. The Buds 3 Pro are equipped with two-way speakers with a planar tweeter and dual amplifiers. That's pretty nice. The Galaxy Buds have a voice command feature that allows control over music playback, volume, and other settings without touching the earbuds on the phone, which is great because I tend to sometimes talk to my earbuds when I'm riding my bicycle in the park. So that's the stuff that was announced at the Galaxy event, so I just thought I should go over it. Sounds like there might be something there for any of us. So let's get this out. Nothing new since Ruthie in the comments, and it's good. All right, now I'm going to move on to the other kind of big deal. Of course, it's next week, but I figured this being Friday, I better talk about it today. So Prime Days, July 16th and 17th, but you can shop now. Yeah, there's plenty of early stuff right now for any of us Prime members. And this was on CNN Underscored. I hadn't heard of CNN Underscored before, but I guess it's a new little division of their tech stuff. Amazon Prime Day is just days away. Catch up now and shop early days by Chelsea Stone, Elena Matarazzo, and Rika Atlan. Boy, I didn't realize there was so many authors here, but I guess when you have this much stuff, you need more than one person. All right, let's, this was published, it was updated today because I got this yesterday. So let's put it in review and take a quick look. Now, there were a few articles that I could have pulled from, but I took the one that looked like it had the most tech stuff, but there's some other stuff too, of course. But some of the others had a whole lot more, and I figured we probably wanted to look at what this tech stuff was going to be on sale. So, content is created by CNN Underscores. Prime Day 2024 has been officially announced. The summer's hottest savings event has been a hot topic over the past few months as warm weather brings in expectations of how to save by shopping from the giant online retailer. Now, we can finally share just when those with a Prime membership, that's us, probably, I wouldn't doubt if it was any of us, will be able to dive into all those exclusive discounts. Of course, it's never too early to start writing up your wish list for the big sale. Below, we're breaking down everything you need to know ahead of the event, including anticipated deals. I don't see myself getting anything here, but I just figured it's something we should all know. So, of course, the first thing this is the thing they just updated today, because this was not up the top of it last night. Samsonite Freeform Large Spinner. So that's their luggage. If you're looking to pack for a longer trip, this Samsonite Spinner suitcase is perfect for your next week-long vacation. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing of that. I'll concentrate more on the tech stuff, but that's where it started with. Apple AirTag. If you wanted to invest in an AirTag but weren't willing to splurge on an entire pack, this single AirTag is great at tracking luggage ahead of summer travel and is at its lowest price. Apple iPad Pro M4. Let me drop this out of review for a second, just in case it shows the prices right here. Yeah, see, it does. So we'll stay out of review. So the luggage spinner was $161. Of course, it was regularly $200 on Amazon. The AirTag, normal, just one air tag, normal 29, 24 right now, doing the Prime days. iPad Pro M4, normal $999, $934. Apple 14-inch MacBook Pro M3, normal $1,500, so you got $100 off. Okay, so we'll just go over them real quick. Let's see. Ruthie said, notice that the Case the 515 Pro Max cases are on sale for Prime days. Usually $68. Many are now $42. That's great. Still too expensive, in my opinion. Caseborn is better. Yeah, Caseborn is really, really excellent stuff. Thanks, Ruthie. That's good to know. Okay. Amazon Echo Spot 2024, $45 at Amazon. That's not a bad price, I think. Ring Video Doorbell Pro wired, normally $150. Right now it's $100 during Prime days. Amazon Kindle Scribe, I don't know that one. Normally $340, $235. That's a pretty good savings. Amazon Echo Pop, normally $40, $18. That is a good price. And Ring battery powered stick-up cam, normally $155. Nice savings there. Okay. KitchenAid. Okay, you can see this stuff yourself. Of course, you can go to the show notes and you can click on this yourself. But you can see you got KitchenAid, mixer, juicer, air fryer, single cup coffee maker. So you guys can go over this stuff yourself. Or you can just head over to the Prime Day page and check it out. Okay, back to our tech stuff. Beats Solo 3, normally $200, $119. Nice savings. Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. Like I told you, those are my favorites. I wear those to work and I wear them in the park. $230, $150. And I'll tell you right off the bat, for me, those are worth every cent, especially at that price. Sennheiser Momentum 4, $300, $380, I guess, normally. Okay, $284, so that's good. JBL Tune 770C, $130, $100 at Amazon. Be aware, in case any of you don't know, I do not wear over-ear earphones at all. Ever since Buds came out, I fell in love with Buds. I can't stand having my ears covered. So that's why I'm not very knowledgeable about over-ear earphones. Bose Quiet Comfort Earbuds 2, normally $279, $170. So that's a nice chunk save right there. Okay, we looked at the spinner. This was there yesterday. They pushed it up today. Calm Life Portable Neck Fan. A lot of people like that. I know Eleanor likes neck fans. $30, $20, so $10 off. That's not bad. Coffee maker. Here's an electric mower. Normal $500, $348. I guess that's good. Air circulator. Motorola Razr smartphone. I guess this is no, this is last year's. Okay. So $1,000, normally $650 at Amazon. So this is going to be the original Razr Plus, I think. Yeah, I think so. Okay. What's this? Weber. Oh, grill. Yes, this is your grill. Weber, so you know it's good stuff. $639 to $519. LG 55-inch, $2,000 down to $1,697. I guess that's a good price. I don't buy TVs at those prices. Beats Solo 4, $200 down $190. It's only $10. I guess that's a deal. I don't have any Beats earphones, so I don't know. Rechargeable mosquito repeller. It's funny, we don't get mosquitoes here, hardly at all. Thelma, and the funny thing is, 17 years living in Orlando, we didn't get many. In Jersey, we got a lot of mosquitoes in the summer. Anyway, meat thermometer, pickleball set. Yeah, I still play tennis. I'm still a tennis player. I'm not up for pickleball yet. Let's see. Sony WH-CH720N earphones, normally 150 and 105. That sounds like a good deal. So you can read the rest of it. When is it? Well, it's next Tuesday and Wednesday. How to prepare. Anyway, I just wanted to go over it, guys, because I figured it was kind of the other big story of the week. So if you want to take a look at that, it's on CNN underscored. And the name of it was Amazon Prime Day, just days away. Catch up now and shop early deals. So let's get out of this. Okay, nothing new. All right, now we're going to just what I consider the interesting stories. Apple's Reversal approves Epic Marketplace app to be added to iOS in the EU. So at least part of their argument is over. So this was on Phone Arena. Changing its mind, Apple approves the Epic Game Store for the EU. So don't expect it in the US, at least not yet. So I guess they'll still be fighting it out in court here. This was published on July 6th. And it's by Alan Friedman, who writes a lot of their argument. Excellent writer. All right, let's drop this into reader view. There is no denying that Epic Games has been trying to get Apple to approve an Epic Games Store for the iPhone dating back to the 2021 Epic via Apple court battle, and that hasn't ended yet. That legal battle took place after Apple kicked Epic its popular Fortnite game out of the App Store for trying to get around Apple's in-app purchasing platform. Yeah, they want their 30%. That took a commission every time an in-app purchase was rung up. Thanks to the EC's Digital Markets Act, Apple, European Commission, which is the branch of the EU, Apple must allow third-party app storefronts to find a home inside iOS in the EU. As recently as yesterday, Epic complained that Apple had twice rejected its submission to add the Epic Games Store to the iPhone in the 27 EU member countries. Epic stated that Apple's decision was arbitrary, obstructive, and in violation of the Digital Markets Act. However, Apple has pulled an 180-degree reversal, so this is 2 days after Epic was complaining, and has reportedly approved the addition of the Epic Game Store to iOS. Earlier reports noted that Apple believed that Epic was, for the most part, compliant with the EU guidelines. Well, obviously, they changed their mind about that, except for the placement of certain buttons that could be confusing to consumers. Developers are prohibited from adding buttons to apps that could lead users to believe that certain elements in the app were made by Apple. I can see that. Epic said that it has used the same button layout in other platforms and followed standard conventions for iOS button. But this is a small part of the story. This is not the big deal part. Apple told Apple Insider on Friday that it has approved Epic's application for its marketplace app in the EU and merely requested that Epic fix the button. So they want the button fixed, but they'll still be in their store. In the next submission it makes for the app, Apple isn't known for giving in when facing a situation like this, but it needs to be very careful here because the EC has already reached a preliminary view that as far as Apple is concerned, its App Store rules violate the DMA. As a result, Apple could be fined up to $38 billion or 10% of its fiscal 2023 global revenue. And any of them, if they are convicted, it's a 10% hit of your entire global revenue. Second time is 20%. Epic still needs to finish work on the back of its app, so this store isn't quite ready yet. Although previously it did say it was only a couple of months away from having its app added to iOS. Apple's about face should only make things easier for Epic to reach its goal. So good for them that at least they got it done in the EU. I would guess that eventually it'll come to the US, but there may be some more court battles about it, I would think. Okay. Now it's Meta's turn to be in trouble with the EU. Meta facing possible big fines for non-compliance with the EU's DMA. So this is still a possibility. They haven't been charged with anything yet. And this was on CNBC. Meta accused of breaching EU antitrust rules over ad-supported subscription service. This was published July 1st, but I never got a chance to get this up until now. So since we've been following these EU stories with Meta and Apple and Google, I figured I should put this one in. Key points. Well, we don't need to go key points. We'll just read the story. And this was by Ryan Brown. So let's get into review. Okay. Facebook parent company Meta on Monday, this was the first, keep them in mind, was accused by EU regulators of failing to comply with the bloc's landmark antitrust rules over its recently introduced ad-supported social networking service. The European Commission, which is the executive body of the EU, labeled the ad-supported subscription option a pay or consent model, which means users have to either pay to use Meta's platforms ad-free or consent to their data being processed for personalized advertising. The service was introduced for Facebook and Instagram in Europe last year. Now, I think Meta put that in trying to answer what was coming in the Digital Markets Act, but the EU isn't quite satisfied. But I think they can still satisfy them on this one. In the Commission's preliminary view, this binary choice forces users to consent to the combination of their personal data and fails to provide them a less personalized but equivalent version of Meta's social networks, regulators said in a statement Monday. A Meta spokesperson told CNBC in a statement that its ad-supported subscription model follows the direction of the highest court in Europe and complies with the DMA. So they're disagreeing a little bit about that. We look forward to further constructive dialogue with the European Commission to bring this investigation to a close. And I'm guessing they'll get it resolved. Meta introduced a new model in response to a ruling from the European Court of Justice, the EU's top court last year, that a company may offer an alternative version of its service that does not rely on data collection for ads. So I guess originally they didn't tell them anything. Now they're saying, okay, you can either pay to get the ads removed or we're going to collect data for ads. Meta has previously pointed to this ruling as a reason for introducing this subscription offer. In a statement Monday, the Commission said that Meta's ad-supported offer failed to comply with the DMA for two key reasons. One is that it doesn't let users opt for a service that uses less personal data, but is still equivalent to the personal ads-based service. So they want something, I guess, for free that's close to what you'd pay for, I guess. Regulators said users should still be entitled to get access to an equivalent service which uses less of their personal data, in this case for the personalization of advertising. The other reason cited by the EU is that the Meta ad-supported service doesn't allow users to exercise their right to freely consent for their personal data to be used to target them with online ads. So I guess they want something explicitly telling them, okay, we need your consent for your personal data to be used with our ads. And I guess that's fair. Hefty fines at stake. The EU's DMA officially became enforceable in March of this year. The law aims to clamp down on anti-competitive practices from large digital companies, as well as to force them to open up some of their sources to rivals, like Apple just did with Epic. Companies can face potential potentially massive fines under DMA and can end up paying as much as 10% of their global annual revenue. For repeated breaches, that figure could rise to 20%. Boy, that's a lot of money. In Meta's case, if it were to be found in breach of the DMA in the Commission's final findings, it could be slapped with a penalty as high as $13.4 billion based on the company's 2023 annual earnings numbers. So they're going to want to resolve this. After receiving the EU's preliminary findings, Meta now has a chance to defend itself in writing. The Commission's investigation, which was launched in March in tandem with two other probes into tech giants Apple and Alphabet, so we already know what's happening with Apple, will conclude within 12 months from the opening proceedings. So my guess is, opening proceedings, I should have said. My guess is that Meta has until next March to get this resolved. That would be my guess. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get it resolved rather than face that kind of fine. But since we've been covering this stuff for a couple of years now, I thought I should just kind of keep up with it. Okay, nothing new. All right, my last story. And I just thought it was interesting that Elon's trying to make promises that he can't, I guess he's making promises that he can't keep again. And you'll see in the article why he made the initial promise, because he was in trouble for something else. Elon delays robotaxi announcement event. This was on Gizmodo. And this is from July 11th. So Tesla pushes robotaxi event from August to October. Elon Musk first announced the robotaxi event, get this, after bad news about Tesla leaked in April. So I guess that he has a habit. When there's bad news, he tries to announce something else to get your mind off the bad news. So this was by Matt Novak from the 11th. So let's go into review. Elon Musk made a surprise announcement back in April that Tesla would be holding an event on August 8th to talk about the company's plans for robotaxis. But anyone excited about what Tesla might unveil will have to wait a couple more months. The robotaxi event is going to be pushed until October, according to a new report from Bloomberg. The reason for the delay is to allow teams working on the project more time to build additional vehicle prototypes, Bloomberg. In other words, they're not ready. Citing anonymous sources familiar with the decision. Tesla did not respond to questions emailed Thursday, though it's not a surprise given the fact that the car maker dissolved its PR department in 2020. And it makes sense that they wouldn't get an answer. Pardon me. The robotaxi event was announced at a time of particularly bad news leaking from Tesla, as Reuters reported in April that Tesla was pivoting away from producing a $25,000 vehicle. I remember that. Musk wrote at the time that Reuters didn't have its facts right and immediately announced the same day there would be a robotaxi event in the summer. So I gather whenever something bad is announced, he tries to announce something else. Musk has a long history of making splashy announcements after bad news breaks, an attempt to distract from things that may affect Tesla's stock price. Tesla stock fell 6% immediately after the announcement that its robotaxi event would be pushed to October, which came after the anticipation for the robotaxi had contributed, get this, to an 11-day positive streak for the stock. So when he announced it the first time, pushed the stock up. Well, now it's delayed, pushed it back down, at least some. Musk has made lots of promises over the years about robotaxis that always seem to be just around the corner. And I think all these companies that are talking about these self-driving, I don't see any of them coming through with any of it in, real self-driving. The Tesla CEO has previously blamed regulatory challenges. That's going to be a big one, though it's not clear whether Tesla has produced a completely autonomous vehicle yet. I don't think anybody has. Functionality still looking good for this year. Regulatory approval is the big unknown, Musk tweeted in April 2020 about Tesla's robotaxis. Nobody knows what to expect when the world finally gets a better look at what Tesla has been working on. but the robo-taxi is currently in the category of products that are still very much a work in progress. Yeah, you can count on that. Similar to Tesla's Optimus robot. Musk recently insisted that Optimus will one day babysit your kids. Needless to say, nobody thinks that's going to be happening anytime soon. At least not by parents who love their children. Yeah, I got to agree with that. So just an interesting story. And I always get interested when I see Elon's name, especially he gets himself into messes by trying to get himself out of messes. So just another interesting one. So that's all I've got for today, folks. And we did not get Ted Orwell tonight, but still had some pretty good interaction. As long as Brian and Rooster are here, we still get some pretty good interaction. So glad you guys comment. Glad you guys were all here. And I hope everybody has a very blessed weekend. Oh, let me stop screen. Hope everybody has a very blessed weekend. And as always, let's all remember we all do better when we love each other. And I will see you guys next week.